Hello and welcome to the Rule 26 video. Rule 26 focuses on fishing vessels. Let's jump right in. Rule 26A states that a vessel engaged in fishing, whether underway or at anchor, shall exhibit only the lights and shapes prescribed in this rule. So this one's pretty simple. Basically what it's telling you is that all fishing vessels must exhibit the lights and the day shapes prescribed in this rule. Rule 26B, Item 1, states that a vessel when engaged in trawling, by which is meant the dragging through the water of a dredge net or other apparatus used as a fishing appliance, shall exhibit two all-round lights in a vertical line, the upper being green and the lower being white, or a shape consisting of two cones with their apexes together in a vertical line, one above the other. All right, so let's take a look at that in this diagram. This diagram illustrates what the rule is stating. A vessel, when engaged in dragging their nets, must display two all-round lights, with the upper light being green and the lower light being white. And then by day, they would display two cones with the apexes together. Rule 26B, Item 2, states that a masthead light abaft of and higher than the all-round green light, a vessel of less than 50 meters in length shall not be obliged to exhibit such light, but may do so. All right, so let's take a look at this diagram and see what the rule is stating. The vessels, when engaged in fishing via dragging their nets, are supposed to display a masthead light abaft or behind the green and white all-round white light and above the green upper light. The one call out that the rule is stating is that vessels less than 50 meters in length do not need to have this light, but can do so if they choose to. Rule 26B, Item 3 states that when making way through the water, in addition to the lights prescribed in this paragraph, side lights and a stern light. So this one, pretty simple again. Like any power-driven vessel, when they're moving through the water, they have to display their side lights and a stern light. Rule 26C, Item 1 states that a vessel engaged in fishing other than trawling shall exhibit two all-round lights in a vertical line, the upper being red and the lower white, or a day shape consisting of two cones with the apexes together in a vertical line, one above the other. This diagram shows you what the rule is stating. A fishing vessel engaged in fishing other than trawling or dragging nets shall display two all-round lights in a vertical line. The upper light is the red one and the lower light is the white one. And then by day, they would display two cones with their apexes together. Rule 26C, Item 2 states a vessel engaged in fishing other than trawling shall exhibit, when there is outlying gear extending more than 150 meters horizontally from the vessel, an all-round white light or a cone apex upwards in the direction of the gear. This diagram shows the fishing vessel with the red and white light from Rule C, Item 1. And then what this rule states is that if you have gear that extends out from the vessel horizontally more than 150 meters, you need to display a day shape of a cone with the apex upwards in the direction of the gear, and then by night you would display an all-round white light. Rule 26C, Item 3 states, a fishing vessel engaged in fishing other than trawling shall exhibit, when making way through the water, in addition to the lights prescribed in this paragraph, side lights and a stern light. Again, this should be a very simple one. By now, you should be starting to realize if you are moving through the water, whether you're a plane, a fishing vessel, whatever it is classified as a power-driven vessel. And all vessels that are moving on the water, all power-driven vessels, need to display their side lights and a stern light. Rule 26D states that the additional signals described in Annex 2 to these rules apply to a vessel engaged in fishing in close proximity to other vessels engaged in fishing. So Annex 2 is dedicated to signals for fishing vessels that are fishing in close proximity to other vessels. So we're going to cover that in a later rule. Rule 26E states that a vessel, when not engaged in fishing, shall not exhibit the lights or shapes prescribed in this rule, but only those prescribed for a vessel of her length. So what this is simply stating is that a fishing vessel, when they're not engaged in fishing, they need to display the lights as a power-driven vessel for the length of the vessel that they are. So congratulations on completing Rule 26. Again, a lot of information that we covered here, and this is very important that you fully understand all of this because it can get very tricky in the final exam if there's something that you don't understand. So study the notes hard, and when you're ready, I'll be waiting for you in the next video.